Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back into the video today. And today, the Utah Jazz and former Los Angeles Lakers guard is going to be headed to the Philadelphia 76ers on a two-way contract. Although he was with the Utah Jazz, never actually played with them at all. Everybody talks about who won the Luka trade. Was it the Mavs getting AD and Max Christie in a first-round pick, or was the Lakers getting Maxi Kleber and Luka Doncic? The real team that won the trade was the Jazz that got... No, I'm just kidding. The real team that won the trade was the Jazz who got 2 second-round picks and Jalen Hood-Schifino. Probably not, but I will say, I think in the trade, obviously they weren't the winners of that deal because Dallas and LA did what they did, but I still think it's so underrated to come into a trade and get 2 second-round picks, and you literally didn't have to give up anything but take on a contract that Dallas didn't want. One of the big reasons why Utah was in that trade is probably because Dallas did not want Jalen Hood-Schifino's contract. Utah came in and took it. They weren't ever going to keep it, and that's why they cut him. And they got 2 second-round picks with it. That's a good trade if you ask me. Obviously, it's underlined because of what happened with Luka and AD and Max Christie. But I thought Utah did a solid job in that trade because you just go into the trade. Really, you're involved in that trade because Dallas doesn't want to take on Jalen Hood-Schifino, and they need a third team to make the deal possible, and they get 2 second-round picks by helping out. And they just cut Jalen Hood-Schifino. But he'd only played 2 games this season. Keep in mind, he was a first-round pick. Was a first-round pick with the Lakers, 17th overall in the 2023 NBA draft. He's not played much. 21 games in his rookie season, 5 minutes per game, 1.6 points per game. This season, he's only averaged 2 points per game. He's only played 2 minutes. This season, if we look at his totals, he's only played 14 minutes this season. Didn't even play 110 minutes in his rookie season, playing 21 games. He hasn't played much this season. He hasn't got an opportunity, really, either season of his NBA career. And he could get that in Philadelphia. There's a chance. They're banged up. I think, honestly, I know I've said it before. They realistically have a shot to get in the play-in. Really, they do. Because I know the Bulls won today, but they're like 3.5 games back from Chicago to be in the play-in. It's not that hard. I know the Bulls won today, but we're gonna be honest. They beat the Toronto Raptors. They beat the Toronto Raptors, and they had to go to overtime to beat them. So the Bulls, they can fall apart, and the Sixers can win a couple games and get in. I'm confident that can happen. The Sixers can get in, but what's gonna happen once you get in the play-in? You're not gonna do much once you get in the play-in. Maybe you could. I don't know. You do got some weak teams in that playing, that are going to be in that playing tournament. I know the Hawks are in there. You could beat the Hawks. Trae Young is deadly for sure. Trae Young would kill the 76ers because the 76ers really struggle against point guards. Watch out for Stephen Curry tomorrow. He put on 56 against the Magic. I know that was a great performance. Watch what he might do against the Sixers tomorrow. I don't think he's going to do any better than what he just did because it's kind of hard. What is he going to score, 57 points? But the 76ers really struggle against point guards. And Steph, I think the last time he played them, he didn't miss a 3. Yeah, he didn't miss a 3 the last time he played them. So with him feeling hot right now, he's going to kill the 76ers tomorrow. I'm counting on that. And I've doubted. I've hated on Steph a little bit this year, but I'm confident he's gonna have a good game tomorrow because I've seen point guards absolutely murder Philadelphia this season. But so yes, they can get it. They can get back into the play-in, but really, if you think about it, you can get in the play-in, and that would be nice. But then you got to win 2 because you're not going to get to the 8 seed. That's not even that's not even a chance. It's 10. It's get to the 10 seed or it's nothing for Philadelphia. So you get to the 10 seed. That means you have to win 2 playoff games. Sorry, you have to win 2 play-in games, and you might be able to whoever the 9 seed is, whether it's Atlanta, it could be anybody. It could be Atlanta. It could be Miami. It could be Orlando. I think if you run into a team like Orlando and play-in potentially, it's a winnable game. I could see Philly beating Orlando. I could see Philly sneaking up on Miami potentially. Or maybe I really could see them beating any of Atlanta, Orlando, or Miami if you have Maxey and Paul George healthy, and you got those guys healthy, but is it worth it? Because then you're going into a playoff series, you're facing the Cavs. That's not a winnable series. I would say that maybe the Sixers could take one game on the Cavs. And the reason I say this is because earlier this year, I did watch the 76ers without Joel Embiid beat the Cavaliers in Philadelphia and have a really amazing win against them. So I feel like maybe they could get one game on the Cavs. But if you know, yes, okay, maybe you can get yourself into the point where you can get into the play-in, but then you have to win 2 games, which is possible. But if you get that far, then you're in a series against the Cavaliers where it's no chance. You'd be lucky to win one game in that series. What's the point? What's the point for Philadelphia? So that's the reason I say Jalen Hood-Schifino might be able to play, because if you get down on the road in the season, you're 4 or 5 games back from catching up to the 10 seed, just give up and try to get a better draft pick. Could you try to get Cooper Flagg? Try to improve their chances in the lottery this summer. And try to see if you can get the number 1 overall pick and get Cooper Flagg and pair Cooper Flagg with Tyrese Maxey and Paul George and trade Joel Embiid's ass out of Philadelphia. That, I think that's the best scenario for Philadelphia, is if you added Cooper Flagg and you can have the future of Philadelphia being Cooper Flagg and Tyrese Maxey and Jared McCain, those 3 guys, and they can have a solid vet player who can give you 30 on any night, but maybe most nights he'll only score 15. Like Paul George next to those guys. You got another solid young player like Yabusele. Philly could build something special if they built their team around Cooper Flagg, Tyrese Maxey, and Jared McCain. And then you have guys like Paul George and Yabusele around that team. For instance, the Raptors could be interested in trading for Joel Embiid. So let's just say you trade Joel Embiid for Jakob Poeltl and Emmanuel Quickley, and let's just say you get another player, Jacoby Walter, for Joel Embiid. And you get the number 1 overall pick, you get Cooper Flagg. Then you got a starting lineup of Tyrese Maxey. You got Tyrese Maxey, Emmanuel Quickley, Paul George, Cooper Flagg, Jakob Poeltl as your starting lineup. Then off the bench, you got Jared McCain, Jacoby Walter, Yabusele, and whoever else you want off the bench. That would be a good team for Philadelphia. They'd actually be good next season if that was their roster. But the reason I say that I think Jalen Hood-Schifino might actually get some minutes is because if you try to, and this is no disrespect to him, because I think he's a solid player and he needs to get the opportunity, needs to get the chance. But if at the end of the season they feel like they want to start playing for a draft pick, they want to start resting guys more at the end of the season, then maybe they start to play guys like 2-way contract guys, bench guys, and Jalen Hood-Schifino is one of those guys. And that could be a good opportunity for him because he could be able to get minutes and get an opportunity. Let me know your thoughts on the Philadelphia 76ers signing former 17th overall pick Jalen Hood-Schifino in the comment sections, and peace out.